Man, this is controversy in the building, aka, you feel me? YMDR in the building. What's good with y'all, man? I got something to explain to y'all. This is the YMDR podcast. If you don't know, now you know. We are filming, um, really at a time where this is kind of like the ending of the All Star weekend. And shoot, man, we got some stuff to really talk about on here because, man, there's just a lot of stuff that kind of just happened in the midst of the situation. But hey, we gonna try to cover a little bit for right now. I'm just give y'all a little bit of an update for me real fast, and then we'll dive into that for the first. So y'all, that's one thing. Just one little classified update for y'all. So my update is, shoot, y'all. I have basically, if y'all don't know, my account to my TikTok, you know, kind of had some situations going on where I had lost my account. I was at 2,800 followers. You know what I'm saying? Then my account kind of dropped down to a certain amount. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a little bit of why when it comes to social media, I've been kind of out of pocket and just not really deciphering too much shit because of the fact that happening. You know what I'm saying? And so it kind of took me to a spot where I was like, well, what am I really gonna do? But at the same time, man, like that's why I feel like even though that happened, I was able to regain some understanding and just be like, you know what? Like at the end of the day, man, like I'm still an artist. I'm still a person. I'm still going to decipher this shit out. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I just said, hey, I'm going to continue on and we're going to get at this. You know what I'm saying? And also, fuck you hackers. What I do got to say about that. Because you hackers on some bullshit. Why do I say that shit? Because it's truth. You feel me? I don't know how the fuck anybody, and this is just me being realistic, I don't know how the fuck any hacker could believe that them being motherfuckers in this life thinking it's cool to just take somebody's accounts and shit and fuck up their algorithm of what they trying to do. So at the end of the day, it's fuck you hackers. That's on the hood. Like I don't care what nobody got to say about that. Like that's really the reason why I'm saying that's some hoe ass shit in general. But hey y'all, that's really just me joking. But shoot, y'all, I just want to tell y'all too, though, man, that that's what's been going on. I still got my podcast stuff coming. Like I got some podcast equipment coming. I thank you to the people on TikTok who helped the brother get a hat for the podcast. You feel me? I helped the brother get a hat so that I could test drive just what my stuff would look like. I appreciate them for that. Even though I wasn't on my TikTok for that long, I just still appreciate the love and the support. And if y'all can tap in with the brand, hopefully y'all know this is the brand on the hat, this is the brand on the shirt. I make my own clothing. I am an artist. I create all types of stuff, y'all. I am creating like out of the wazoo. So if you don't know much about that, I will always tap in and let you know what's up when it comes to that, man. You feel me? If y'all want to tap into it, it's always appreciated. Much love to get into the situation with the All Star Weekend situation. Let us get into this. And keep in mind, y'all, I think the only reason I am mentioning this shit right now is because if we being dead ass honest, there was an artist that goes by the name of Sauce. And I won't say anything else, but I'll say he goes by the name of Sauce. Anyway, this is the same motherfucker who basically tried to say I wasn't a good artist, right? And I think I'm overall putting this out of context with it. I know it seems like I'm bringing something back up that's kind of ancient and old because at the same time, he said to himself and put out here into the streets that ultimately, I was the one who wasn't really a good rapper in this contrast. But I would just venture to say that if we being honest and if we being transparent, if you look at the podcast, if you look at my bad, see, I'm saying podcast, wrong words. If you look at the All-Star Weekend situation, where these motherfuckers was sitting here doing what they was doing, I think you would reverse psychiatry what the fuck you was trying to say about myself. I usually don't even bring this type of shit up. I wouldn't bring it up and tell nobody about it for nothing. Why the fuck? Because it's not that deep to me. Y'all, when it comes to all of the fucking analytics of how people go about this damn internet shit where they got beef with each other over this, over that, that shit to me, that's petty shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's petty. Like, every motherfucker on Naptown Planet who just come at motherfuckers just because they good artists, I just think that's just some petty ass shit. It's a waste of your motherfucking time. But yeah, y'all, like at the end of the day, man, when I bring this up because, man, I don't think that anybody saw that shit coming how it coming. But all I'm gonna tell you is we still gonna do a replay just for the people who didn't know. Because I don't know why the fuck motherfuckers want to compare me to some shit like that. So we gonna play the tape and just see where it goes from there.
Since that hoe be running
Okay.
about that bitch a pair of tennis. Real live street niggas, but out of square business. Free my niggas at the feds, we done ran about a minute. Apartment baby,
See y'all.
I be serving out of tennis. Every day I'm in the field, like I'm trying to win a penny. Double weapon when it's sealed, so the dog can't send it. They gave my nigga a 10-year deal, but he's staying independent. You ain't help me get this money,
See y'all.
don't tell me how to spend it. I'm worth 100 check, about my money check.
Oh my gosh.
Cheese, but I wasn't there, bitch. Peck love me cause I get it gone for them. These niggas will tell you everything except I set the tone for them.
What?
Don't give a fuck who think that bad. I'm pissing on hoes like I'm Diddy. I'm all about my blues like Krishan Dummy. See, I could look a
Didn't realize they all sound the same. Damn near.
Like no groupie, name one hoe that's fucking with me. Every bitch I seen, I walk them dead. She in the trend state. Bitches living in my shadow, body cast a big shade. I don't be going for nothing. No, I don't want to be saved. He ain't got the boss and step on me.
And she running out of breath too when she's like doing that. So like
don't care if they turn on no lights. I need a call an exorcist. Believe me, hoes just want my life. I ain't stingy with no money.
see, it's the tone. I see the tone is just she running out of breath trying to speak that.
Never tripping off a lot.
Like
Bitch, I'm bougie in real life, post for the social media shit. He ain't know a Midwest girl from the nap to look like this, huh?
see, I'm confused by that line. I'm confused.
Scraping spoons like get out when it's done, watch they be hypnotized. Let's get sit next play, don't throw no flags, niggas penalized. Fuck whatever he did back then, he ready, ain't no kid on mine. Guns and hoes, storm my life, like I sold a bowl of ice. Cows here when I touch down, they brought gifts, I feel like Franklin White. Shootouts on the block,
okay.
Police ain't came, she can't be right. Soon as them M's attached and drugs and random sweeps come overnight. Only thing get me excited is para moves off different heights. Last year was for snoring,
It's still kind of giving the same concept.
All they do take different lights, hit some in they shit right there on spot. These niggas ain't the type. Ain't you doing it? Yup. Stuck in that toolie? Yup. I like Julie? Yup. Phone line booming? Yup.
See y'all.
Yup. Came in with two? Yup. They try to get to it? Nope. They try to get to it? Nope. Known out through the field like I went pro and did all this before. Flashback to them times as kids when things came trying to sell them so crazy out life.
Y'all, this crap.
Love my guys to death, but even still no room to give them rope. Come fuck with us,
Lord.
Drunk by our bars, baby. Fuck all that small talk, don't suck it till it's hard, baby. We just sell dope, we don't scam shit or crack no cars, baby.
This is hard to watch, y'all. I'm sorry. It's so hard to watch. Goodness, my bad, y'all.
Don't forget the queen. I say what I mean. Fuck you mean? I'm not getting guap. What's this in my jeans? Dead guy, dead prayers. Try me here, dead man. Bitches gangsta in my blood. I bleed blue, not red, man. Yo, look, yeah.
Oh,
me out,
no.
dog. Then I kicked out and beat her ass cause she a op, dog. I don't know what she thought, dog. Like a pit with lockjaw. I'm not letting up. He stepping up, then he get knocked off.
Turn up.
Yeah. Gangsta ass bitch, fuck you think this is? Better find someone to play with, cause I don't play with kids. Get it how I live. I really handle biz. I'm really in the field. Yeah, I'm from a murder cap where all
It's hard to watch this. I'm telling y'all.
That's who made me. Far East Side.
It's hard to watch this. It's hard to watch.
Like I'm lazy. Bet not ever try
It
to
really
take
is.
Yeah, cause I lay you down like you lazy, bitch.
I think half these niggas police. The other
Bro.
half snakes. Wanna see me grabbed by police? Thank God I escaped. I ain't never served the police. My daddy taught me not to serve niggas.
Bro.
I don't know what trapping out a spot. He taught me to keep a gun. And I'm in love with choppers.
And I ain't even got no qualms with these artists. Keep in mind, y'all, I'm playing them, but I ain't got no qualms with them, but gosh damn. Gosh damn.
No, I'm gunning. Tell whoever that you wanna tell, I'm coming. Sell whatever that you wanna sell, you still gonna be a snitch. We don't respect
Bro.
money. You die being rich. I take perks,
Bruh.
a tussy machine. I like to fuck and sing. Diamonds and rings.
Bro,
I
if
like
you
to
paying
bust
attention
it
to how
out.
this all
They
sounds,
come out
I'm
they
telling
clothes.
you,
Once
like,
you hit 'em from the
nobody
back,
made it sound
swole.
different. I'm
We
telling
go
you.
Mackin' vicious, mackin' bitches.
I'm
Kids
telling
be
y'all.
serving fishes. I whip up dishes. I'm a fucking chemist.
Telling y'all.
Murdering witness. You better get y'all some business. I was in the streets. You was on the porch.
What else?
While you was going to school, I had to go
I'm
to
telling
court.
y'all.
Yeah.
While you was going to class,
And this
I
part,
wrote
hey,
on
I ain't
plans.
even trying to
Then
come
the
at
way
nobody
we
for,
go,
but
niggas make
damn.
hoes go mad.
We go.
Yes, yes.
I be seeing niggas going lower
Y'all.
than a limbo. They out here double smoke. Takes a hoe
What
with no
the?
money, nigga.
Why would you even use that line?
I'm good that he keep calling. I think he's fucking slow. Any, money, mo. See ya, up, take his toe. Was crying in the dusty Impala. Now I'm crying in the Benz. Had no part to piss in. Catch me a plane, go missing. Sticking and moving and sticking. Crossing these roads like a chicken. Hold up, wait. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. We do not fuck with the other
This
side.
shit burned my eyes. I'm just
Look
playing.
at the other eyes.
I'm just playing, cuz, but for real though,
Why? Why you spit that nut out? Bitch, apologize.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
I heard they got money on me. What the fuck? I'm trying to see who said that. Yeah. Tell them straight
Oh,
like that.
no, I'm
so I
trying
can
to
leave
tell
them with
y'all,
they
man.
shit bust open.
This is hard to
Leave they
watch,
kids
I'm telling
open
you.
When I did that. Yeah, straight like that. On my nigga. They know if they make me mad enough, I'm mashing up. Just like I knew your bitch ass was serious. They just gas you up. I done been on missions with you. Like, is you gonna blast or what?
Yeah.
And you froze up. I told your bitch
Yeah.
ass, go wait in the truck. Remember?
Yeah.
Lately I've been feeling like fuck everybody.
Okay.
I'm back in that mode. I wanna bust everybody.
And I didn't even
All
get
my
no
niggas
bar
dead,
out of that.
other
So I was
feds
like,
got 'em
Yeah.
wrong. Trust nobody. It's fuck y'all. Straight like that.
goodness.
Hey, gang shit, kill all of the niggas that you came with.
Yeah.
Rolling wrist, make a bitch get naked.
You
that's
right.
the same shit. I'm a VVS, you a
Yeah. I know I should have said it like that, but
Slimy like a possum in your bushes on my way shit. Jump out with the marching band, foul shit like I'm flagrant. Yeah. 10 millimeter column, my bitch nigga eater selling reefer, count the bacon backwards, make my
Try
sister
to.
keyless sharper than the kitchen knife. Wetter than the donkey seaman, tell me if you ever seen
Yeah.
it. Looking for the bricks and Tina, came up off the Ray, you niggas blind, you niggas never seen her. Drake, meet me at the Kroger, nigga quick to make a nigga wait. First time I let that chopper go, felt like a prom date. Boss niggas make the time wait, cocaine in my soulmate. Yeah, nigga, cocaine in my soulmate. Nigga.
oh y'all, here's my thing. Here's my context on this. First and foremost, I want to tell y'all, I'm not saying this to clown nobody. And I'm damn for sure not even saying this because I got anything against any rapper who chooses to do that type of shit. But what it kind of entails there is pretty context to what Bonnie said. Like, no bullshit. Because I'm thinking to myself, there wasn't a line in that cipher, right, that I could literally construct as a bar, right? And a lot of people, like I say, because you know you in Naptown and you speaking on certain shit about what the artists are doing, you can get a lot of backlash. These motherfuckers got issues with just getting mad at you because you actually telling the truth about some shit that you see. And what people got to understand is this ain't even me even coming for any artist in particular who rap like this, right? But this is actually just to put a context out here, right? That certain people will make you think or believe that you're not a good artist and you're not a good context of an artist because of certain shit. Now, keep in mind, y'all, if I told y'all about that diss, remember I told y'all the diss that came, you know, with that dude named, um, what is it, Sauce, right? What I could tell y'all about that diss, and even though he's a battle rapper, I'm telling you, I feel like he could be put in the same sector as them to that context. That's not to be rude or disrespectful, but that's to be honest that you coming at me and I don't know why the fuck you would come at me and think that I'm in the same boat as those motherfuckers because side note, I don't even sound like them. You dig? Like I ain't never had not one context to sound like them in my entire life. When I done made some raps, I will tell you, back in the day, I made some music. It didn't sound nothing like that. That was never the case of the scenario of the situation. I'm telling you, like dead ass. So when I hear this type of shit, like coming from an artist who says, "Oh, you're not able to rap," and then crazy part about it is he gonna use a track called Norbitch that I think he deleted, y'all, because he did not want to basically own up to the fact that technically he dissed me. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want the internet to see that he dissed me, wanted me to look like I was a dumbass and I was just responding to myself, right? So y'all, I'm just what comes to my mind about all this shit, you know, when I'm really correlating the idea of it all, is that y'all, this is why we need to not talk about certain artists we think are trash, right? If you think a good artist is trash, right? You think a old, like a real ass motherfucker who does music is trash, then you need to redecipher what the fuck you talking about because ultimately that's not the same thing. You feel me? That's not the same thing at all. Like, let's be real. That's not the same thing. If you own some damn industry ass, fucking rapping like you a motherfucking mumble rapper in the industry ass shit. If you on that type of shit, right? You shouldn't even be trying to come to somebody who has the bars and accolades to say that they're trash, right? And this is just coming from a real place because I ain't even gonna lie. When this Brody dissed me, when he dissed me on the track, I'm gonna tell you this much. I spit back at him the same damn bullshit he was spitting at me. And side note to him, I'm gonna even tell you here's another clinical side note to why I know that his shit was trash too when he tried to come at me about some shit. It's because side note, y'all, he told me in the line that basically I don't eat seafood. And I just want to decipher the situation of that stupid ass bar. I actually do eat seafood. I've eaten fish. I eat specific whiting, motherfucker, and I actually cook this shit. I don't go to motherfucking, McDonald's or some other street store to buy this shit. You know what I'm saying? I know how to cook food myself because guess what, homie? My mother taught me how to cook food. You dig? I know how to cook because of the accolades of my mother. So side note, I don't think you was even right in what the fuck you said either. That was a miss. So that's why I'm saying that was a whole ass miss. Just saying. Whole ass miss there. And then secondly, man, I just feel like bro shouldn't be trying to say that when it comes to me, like I'm a garbage ass rapper. Cause I can make you think whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? I'm that type of artist. I can make you think whatever the fuck you want about me. And at the same time, still know what the fuck I really am at the end of the day. Right? That's the type of person I am. That's why Hey, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all hear the diss track that I basically made for this homie who came at Me Too and this Me Too. And I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't sound like what the fuck we just heard. It doesn't. I'm telling you, dead ass. It don't sound like what we just heard. So yeah.
Wow, no bitch, no sauce for you. Let's get it. I fucking owe this nervous shit. This Stone Age. Sauce leg getting ran over by old lady with rollbaits. I bet they throw sauce on the stage with fun tracks. Ducking dies and shit. Shooting your gun back. You don't want this quarterback hit. A can of whoop.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I even rolled the beat okay.
Since I get no bitches, you get Nintendo. Fucking extendo. No smoking your endo. Yeah, shit. Buy a fucking crow. Playing in the snow with a grown ass man.
Y'all, I'm telling you. I mean, I sound like them to an extent, but y'all, I did that on purpose. I mean, hey, you might as well be fungus if you out here coming for somebody like that. You a disease. Now, okay, y'all. This what we got. This what we got when it comes down to the situation. When I listen to mine, and then I listen to theirs, don't get me wrong. There were lines in there, right, that might have sounded exactly like what they was, right? But at the same time, the beat was being rode. I rode the beat. You feel me? And on top of that, I didn't just ride the beat, but I knew what the fuck I was communicating in the lines of what I was communicating. You feel me? The part where, and a lot of this, I'm going to tell y'all where the inspiration of this even came out of. Is because, side note, when he dropped this track called Norbitch, right, and he was dissing me, he said some things in the lines that were kind of similar to what the fuck, you know, it was that had to do with my situation. And he tried to come at me for being a Christian. Like, that's just where the brother came from. So that's where all those lines are coming from that you're hearing. But when I really boil down the two in the midst of the situation and just the tea in general, I only chose to put that type of attitude out there or the context out there on that was because I was trying to show him technically that it's not hard to rap like that. It's not hard to rap like a gangster motherfucker, and it's not hard to rap like the motherfuckers who do mumble shit. It's not hard to do that. What's hard to do is creating shit that actually is beyond that bullshit. That's hard. You know what I'm saying? That's real hard. And that's what I try to put people into the constructs of choosing to do. You feel me? I might be an artist who most people in the city thought was on some bullshit because I performed outside and I was always doing this and I was always going up to shows and just performing outside doing my thing, whatever the fuck the case may be. But what people got to understand about me is this. I was always an artist trying to think beyond the aspects of what the fuck I was seeing, because to me, that wasn't the only thing that the world had to offer. You feel me? If you don't want to fucking rap about money, sex, and drugs all the time like the gangsta-ass industry rappers, you don't fucking have to. That's your choice to rap about that shit. You feel me? You are the navigator because you are the independent artist and the local artist. You can choose to rap about whatever the fuck you want to, right? Right. You can. So in that reality, I'm almost trying to tell people, look, dog, like, you don't have to fucking rap about the shit that people think you need to rap about. Now, does it make people harder to fund that shit? Hell yes. Because most motherfuckers in clubs like to hear songs about twerking booties and you shooting up the club and you doing all this other shit. Motherfuckers like to hear that shit. So when you don't bring that shit, it's almost like they don't bring themselves. So I know how that shit works. Okay? I'm not prone to the shit. I know how it works, but I want y'all to understand that it don't make sense to come at an artist who, technically speaking, is only rapping from his different conglomerate because he's trying to communicate a message to other artists. That y'all motherfuckers do not have to be rapping about this industry shit like y'all think. Because let's be real, the industry, right, is a conglomerate in itself. The motherfuckers who are rapping about that shit in the industry, let's be real, they are doing that because they are subjects to the government. Okay? They motherfuckers who actually, technically speaking, got ties to the government that makes them rap about that shit more, and they get paid for rapping about bullshit that destroys the black community. Of course you gonna rap about that dumbass shit to destroy what is inside of the constructs of the black community. Of course. Why the fuck else would you talk about it? There's no other fucking reason to talk about it. Of course you're gonna talk about it. If you think you can get guap for destroying the black community in some way by talking shit about whatever the fuck that they need to do, like be a gangster, go to jail, do all that shit, bro, in the midst of the situation, that's a setup on purpose. They are setting you bitches up to make y'all believe that is the damn thing y'all need to be doing to yourselves. While y'all sitting here trying to tell me that I'm not a rapper in that construct, Brody, let me tell you something. I have went over all genres of music. All genres of music. Real ass shit of all genres of music. I know the classical shit. I know the motherfucking old school shit. Now, I will keep in mind that there was an artist who her name is Proverbs Child. Shout outs to Proverbs Child. But she had to actually enlighten me on some of the female artists that I didn't know. So I will say that I didn't know the female artist line of thinking, right? I didn't know that aspect of it. However, I knew the Christian artists, and I knew the artist who was not rapping about God. I knew that shit. I was the type of person to where I was looking up all that shit, trying to figure out how to decipher this shit for myself and make my own shit. You feel me? You know, so one thing people got to understand about me, just because I'm not rapping how you want me to rap or how you think I need to rap, right? That doesn't fucking mean that I can't rap like you. It just means that I choose not to, because ultimately I'm trying to show y'all the versatility. God gives people versatility. He don't make y'all all the same motherfuckers, all in the same construct. And side note to that, that even goes back to why y'all shouldn't be rapping the same. Y'all shouldn't be rapping the same because, motherfucker, y'all are all different individuals. You are entitled to rap about whatever the fuck you want to because you are all different individuals. Like, come on now, gang. Make it make sense. The only reason people want everybody to be the same is because, let's be real about this shit. They want us to be the same because it's easier to control motherfuckers if they are the same. It's easier to do that shit. Okay? That's what you motherfuckers got to understand. So don't be out here thinking that just because somebody doesn't rap like you or do the same shit as you and they in Naptown and they don't promote the same shit as you, brethren, they are trying to tell you and put you on construct that you rapping about that bullshit that you rapping about is really a impasse to yourself. And it almost is a pass to say you don't have any other skill to go deeper. You see what I'm saying? I ain't saying none of this shit because I got some hate in my heart about when it come to Sauce and what he said about my motherfucking track and how everybody in the motherfucking Indianapolis community called me the fuck out for the fact that I was rapping like him. I don't give a fuck about that. Yes, I made a video and it seems like I would give a fuck about it, but I'm only using the video to give you an emulation to say that it doesn't fucking matter that artists are going to be certain artists. I'm pointing y'all really to the direction to say that y'all shouldn't be trying to be coming at artists for any fucking reason anyway. Because at the end of the day, y'all are coming at them over the shit that y'all think is cool to do. You feel me? That's acceptable. That's on industry shit. Yeah. You know, and when we boil this shit down to a T too, man. I mean, when we boil this shit down to a T, what we really see from all this shit is that a lot of us, because we are getting to certain escalades and accolades, right? We're getting to certain heights in what we are considering our sense of careers. Y'all, I'm not even trying to disrespect the construct of that, because let's be real. The Naptown people who get the opportunities that they get and they're artists, hey, kudos to y'all. Kudos to y'all. Kudos to Nap or Nothing for being somebody who got that deal, you know, that little thing that goes on with Ruffles. You know, shout outs to, you know, the people who are getting the accolades that they're getting from being involved with the All-Star weekend, right? I'm not even trying to say none of that shit is bad. Shout outs to Gang Gang. I'm not even saying none of that shit is bad, that I'm jealous of any of y'all for that construct, right? That's not even putting that out there to even be saying. But brothers and sisters, what I am ultimately putting out there too, though, is that we shouldn't be thinking that just because an artist doesn't do what you do, that means you canceling him. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't fuck with him. Or you think he's this, or you think he's that, or you whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like this should almost tell y'all that our sense of creating shit, the way we create shit, should bring apart a concept of unity. Which is what Naptown does not have, okay? That is what we do not have. We don't understand the construct of unity. There was a video I watched once. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. It was a video of something that I think was on Leak Magazine. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think it was like Leak Magazine Awards or whatever the fuck the case may be. Anyway, they was in the video saying that, you know, there's so much unity in Naptown and shit like that. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. When they told that and when they said that, I almost felt like they was bold-faced lying. Because the unification when it comes to the artists, that is something we have never had. I mean, we have it, but we don't technically have it. You know what I'm saying? We don't really believe in that construct of the unity. We believe in the construct of, guess what? If you in a sector that I'm in and you kind of fuck with me, I will kind of fuck with you. You feel me? So it seems like that right there would look like a construct of unity, right? But how the fuck is that unity? What about the artist who is basically making his own things, or he shows up every now and then and he taps in with certain people in the city? You know what I'm saying? What about the artists who they got skills, right? And they could actually teach the shit to the other artists in the midst of the situation. What about those artists? But brothers and sisters, we are so used to saying everything in Naptown is garbage, right? That it has reached the point where we don't know how to decipher somebody who isn't garbage. Literally. And if I'm going to keep it all the way real with y'all, like I said, it's the Rebel Podcast. If I'm going to keep it all the way fucking real with y'all, every last one of y'all could be creating shit together if y'all really thought that was something y'all could do. But you want to know why we don't do that shit? Is because there's a little fucking meme that it describes it pretty well. It says that there's the industry people who are working in the industry and they're working together, right, to get to the top of a high mountain. And they put Naptown on top of it. They put Naptown on the other side, and guess what? Then they had Naptown on the other side. People throwing shit to knock the other person out. People grabbing somebody to motherfucking pull them down from getting to the fucking top of the situation. Brothers and sisters, that's how we act when it comes to the accolades of certain shit that we get involved with. And I'm not saying that certain people, this isn't a direction to say that this is how certain people are. Some of you motherfuckers might have some guilty consciences with this shit. So yeah, it might be some of y'all. But what y'all still have to understand, y'all, is when it's all said and done, when it's all said and done, and when we all put this shit into correlation, um, our approach to what we are creating, y'all, really should not be in this same sector construct and same idea construct. And y'all, am I saying this shit because I know everything? No, the fuck I'm not. Y'all can tell me right away after this podcast, after I put it out here, Devani, you don't know shit. You can tell me that. But side note, you right. I don't know shit, but I do know enough to say that maybe the reason I'm standing up for the idea that we can have diversity in what we create is because, side note, y'all, when you make shit that is full of shit and doesn't have any backbone to what is history, you are basically saying that history is supposed to eliminate itself and that we don't have anything to connect with. That's basically what you're saying. Every person you cancel out who's trying to bring something different to the culture of what the fuck you doing, when you doing it, only thing you saying to yourself is there is no culture. There is no beginning. That's what you're saying. And I looked at a lot of this rap shit that I've seen from even my city and from other people's shit. And what I feel like is, again, it's like we don't fucking understand anything from history of what we've created. There's a book over here that I have sitting in my fucking room that is called literally The Hip Hop Family Tree. And I don't even know why the fuck I am reading it sometimes. Because at the same time, we don't value the concept of where our shit is coming from. And this is almost what the hip hop heads are saying, is that, yo, we are making our construct of rap become something that is not even diverse anymore. It's simplified just to get a fucking quick buck. It's utilized in a way that feels like nobody really fucking cares about it anymore. And you know, I'm not saying this shit to be like a negative Nancy or nothing, but I'm just keeping it real that that's really where the fuck it's going. You know, I remember going to Butter. I'm going to tell you this. I remember going to Butter, the art fair. Right, y'all? The art fair. This had shit nothing to do with music. But I remember going to that event one time before. And I'm going to tell you what I saw in that art event was just the most amazing, crazy art I have ever seen in my life. And I think the reason I can say that with confidence and understanding was because basically that art spoke to the reality that when you make shit, you make it with greatness, right? You make it with greatness. Don't make it some shit that seems like it's great and it's really not, right? And I'm just, you know, y'all, when I saw it, it just gave me a sense of peace and understanding. It told me that, y'all, when we make art or when we make anything that we're creating, our unique minds need to speak. They really need to speak to the reality of what the fuck it is. Because if they don't speak, we won't be able to have any construct of what it's going to communicate. And brothers and sisters, I know it might seem like I'm coming from an aspect of I'm on some hating shit, or I'm on some shit that's trying to be dissing to the Naptown people, whatever the fuck the case may be. But really, my heart is just trying to communicate to every last one of y'all that, shoot, man, our differences matter. Our differences matter. You know what I'm saying? They matter. And we need to start acting like they matter simply because our world is reaching a point where, like I said, it almost seems like we are doing shit that is actually the same as everybody else. I'm going to give you my last example on this shit, and then I'm through. I remember walking down the street, going, because I just got back from the Kroger. Walking down the street. And y'all know that little, character from fucking Jeepers Creepers? Y'all know that motherfucker Jeepers Creepers, where they had that little, that little meme that shows Jeepers Creepers in that car where he says where the little, the bass is booming in the car and it's like dun, dun, dun. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all remember that motherfucking thing, right? Why did I walk down the street and somebody played the exact same thing in the exact, not the exact same car, but almost similar to the same damn car? And it pondered me. I was like, I had to literally ponder this shit like, wait a minute. We are not even creating diversity. Because this person thought that it was cool enough to think, oh yeah, let me play that song in real life. Didn't even realize that when he played it in real life, it sounded like the same shit that was already heard before. I felt like I was in a regurgitated world, which I know damn well that if you are in the fucking, hood, you gonna get a lot of regurgitation. But man, that told me that, when we really boil this shit down and when we really put this shit into play, like, we are not even looking into the construct of diversity. And don't get me wrong, I walked home very confused about the situation. But I walked home feeling like this is why I try to make shit that is diverse. This is why I'm not somebody who raps about fucking only money, sex, and drugs. This is why. Because y'all, at the end of the fucking day, if we gonna be realistically sound about the shit, our culture is at stake. The black culture is at stake, and what we create in our music, that's at stake. And if you gonna be a motherfucker who gonna sit around and take that shit like, oh, there's nothing at stake. We need the money. Let's do it just to get to the money. We got to. It is what it is. Brody, all you saying is that you'll let your community die at the hands of you just trying to get some money. But you got to remember, there's dead presidents on that money. And why would you think that works for you? Even though you working for it and doing it the way you're doing it. It's not working for you. Hell, if anything, it's making you think you need to work for it. Where's the impasse? Where do we draw the line with this shit? But hey, y'all, I mean, like I said, I ain't gonna say too much on the situation and make it a negative construct of the video. What I want y'all to know is just that, hey, I love y'all. Okay? I appreciate all of y'all. I love y'all. And I just think that's just my 2 cents on the situation. Right? This is just my 2 cents. I'm not trying to tell nobody they did anything wrong. I ain't trying to tell them. I don't even want no smoke. Cause side note, I got some smoke just like the rest of you motherfuckers. The only difference is you won't know what it is until it happens. But side note, I'm not gonna do nothing like that to nobody. We ain't got no craziness going on. We cool. But I just want y'all to understand, man, that if, when we keeping it real and it's all said and done, we have to just look at where our headspace is with what we're creating and get back to the roots of what it is we're creating shit for. If we don't know what the fuck we're creating something for, sometimes it's best to just not create it. And I know that's not a very popular opinion because motherfucking we take shit and words from Lil Yachty and other famous motherfuckers in the industry. But side note, it's not because of anything out of the ordinary. It's just trying to tell y'all that y'all got to look at the world through the lens that y'all have. Y'all own self lens. Because we're not supposed to be fucking the same. We're not supposed to be regurgitating shit that everybody else is regurgitating. We have to show difference. With no difference, there's no evolution. And with no evolution, there is no gratification of something greater or what could happen after. So basically, it could just leave us on death row. And don't get me wrong, I know y'all want the damn planet to crash, but side note, we don't all need to crash together if we understand our differences. You feel me? It is what it is. So, yeah. So much love to y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching, my bad, y'all. Watching the YMDR podcast episode 4. You feel me? We out here. We getting it in with the episodes, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. If you want to, hit the like button on the my page and hit the share and the subscribe. The whatever you want to do, y'all, hit that and support the brand, y'all. If y'all want to support the brand, I appreciate every last one of y'all. Of course, I don't got a website up, y'all, but you can still get at me if you want something. And don't get me wrong, it takes a while to get here, but y'all, if you patient and you wait for it, it will literally come to you. Because side note, I have to work this shit out with my own money, and a lot of times that's the reason why I'm not able to get shit right away. But if you want to get to the process of it in general, just tell me what you want. I try my best to get it to you if I got the money to, or if I don't. And like I said, majority of it when I do. But much love to y'all. I will tap into y'all next podcast episode. If y'all want to tap into other things on this page, I appreciate y'all for that too. Much love to y'all. Stay impacted. Never control. We out here. Gang, gang. And shout outs to gang, gang.